I was born in May 1941. My parents lived in Rushfield Avenue, Belfast. During the Blitz, my mother did not head for the Belfast hills during the night, as thousands of others did. Instead, she hid under the stairs while the bombs were dropping. My father was out on ARP duties. We survived.
At the start of the Second World War, Belfast was woefully unprepared for any attack from the air. Yet with shipyards, aircraft and munitions factories, the city was a prime target. Then, during April and May 1941, it suffered 4 devastating air raids. These raids are now known as the Belfast Blitz. They caused over 1,000 civilian and military deaths and damaged more than half the city's housing stock. The City Hall was amongst those buildings badly damaged. The Great Hall was completely destroyed by a direct hit and took over 10 years to rebuild and restore. The first of the air attacks occurred on Easter Tuesday evening, 15th of April 1941. Up to 200 German bombers took part, dropping over 200 tons of high explosive bombs, 80 landmines attached to parachutes, and 800 firebomb canisters containing 96,000 incendiary bombs. Frank Liddy was a small boy living at Wall Street in the north of the city at the time of the attack. These words, narrated by his son, describe the terror young Frank experienced when the raid began.
I was lying on the settee, holding onto my mother. She was saying the rosary with my sister. All of a sudden, the 3 of us were blown up into the air and a huge flame shot out of the fireplace. Everything was covered in soot, including us. So my mother grabbed the pair of us and started to run out into the street. But my dad, who was lying injured in the hall, managed to stop her and shouted at us, "Get onto the stairs." We huddled together in this tiny space, desperately saying the rosary together and listening to the scream of the bombs as they fell. I was shaking like a leaf, terrified that we're all about to die. We could hear the roar of the bombers overhead, feel the house shake from the massive explosives outside. I firmly believed we were going to die. I only hoped it would be sudden and we wouldn't suffer much pain.
As dawn broke on the morning of Easter Tuesday, the people of Belfast were in a profound state of shock. It had left carnage in its wake. Entire streets had been wiped out, and the number of dead would rise steadily to nearly 1,000.